Today I'm playing Bee Swarm once again, and this new post that ONETT just made could change Bee Swarm forever. Alright, so what we are going to be talking about today in Bee Swarm, and the reason I'm already making another video on the game, even though there's not really too much content to make videos on yet, is actually because a few days ago, ONETT made a post that he's going to be hiring a new developer, and this is pretty much really big news because he's been working on this game for about 3 years now, all by himself, and there's been so many periods of like 3 months, 4 months, 6 months without updates, and that's pretty much because he's working on everything himself, and it takes forever on such a complex game like this, especially whenever he's doing other stuff and focusing on other things all of the time. Whenever big updates are rolling out, there's a lot of pressure behind it, and yeah, stuff literally gets delayed by weeks, months sometimes even, and maybe that might not happen anymore if he is hiring another developer to help him with things. So if we look over at ONETT's developer page on the dev forum, he barely ever posts on this. He's had one other post since October 2020, but pretty much this post says he's hiring for 10k Robux an hour, $35 US an hour, for a 3D modeler. Now, he's only hiring a 3D modeler, which will help him a lot. It'll save a lot of time, but it's still not somebody developing the game alongside with him. He's still gonna be doing pretty much all the work and the coding and the numbers and balancing and pretty much the whole entire back end of the game, because he says that a familiar with the game would be greatly preferred but not necessary. So this is pretty much just going to be somebody helping him with the models and pretty much everything that you see in the game. He's still going to be running, but ONETT is still going to be taking care of all the numbers and how everything works and pretty much making the decision. So this should help ONETT out a lot, having a second person there to help him. Let's pretty much just read through this entire post. This is pretty much just talking about what Bee Swarm is and what it is about, and how it's always been a solo project, but with new help, he's going to be able to improve the overall quality of future updates, and they're most likely going to be a lot more frequent as well. He wouldn't be putting money into this game if he didn't still see a good future in it, and he's going to start putting updates out to give people what they want. That's pretty much the whole point in this. There's no other reason he would want another person to help him other than to make the game better and to make the game better quicker, because honestly, a lot of people don't really like waiting 5 or 6 months for an update, me kind of included. I slowed down on the game for a very long time, and I kind of wish I didn't. I'm pretty far behind now, even though I'm still extremely good at the game in terms of everything I have. I'm kind of just behind on the numbers. I used to be really high up on the leaderboards and stuff, but I can catch back up on that. I still have all of the gear and stuff necessary to keep making honey. But yeah, he pretty much is saying he's looking for an experienced 3D modeler who specializes in low poly, blocky, old school style to match the simplistic look of Bee Swarm Simulator. So he describes the current art as colorful, silly, cartoonishly exaggerated, a bit cutesy, and notably handcrafted, rough around the edges. I don't know if I'd be able to picture that description. Maybe I'm not a 3D modeler. Well, actually I'm not, so. Specific tasks and duties that would be involved in the job include creating 3D models from descriptions and 2D concept art. The models will range from equipment for both players and for the bees, like hats and accessories for the bees, so it could be different types of plants around the map, different types of mobs and creatures around the map, reworking the existing game assets, so if he wants the previous pollen tools and backpacks that already exist to look better, or different things around the map, pretty much anything that ONETT wants, he's gonna be able to have another person helping him and polish up the game a lot, which might also give him a lot more motivation to put more time into the game, because everybody knows that ONETT gets pretty stressed out around times of updates and there's a lot of pressure on him and stuff always gets delayed. So a familiarity with the game is greatly preferred but not necessary. So like I said, the person isn't really going to be working on the game itself. He's just kind of going to be helping on it and saving ONETT a lot of time, pretty much, because he's not going to be doing all the models. So work may be sporadic, with bunches of many assets required at once before major updates, followed by months of no assets needed. So there still could be long periods of time where there aren't updates. I hope that there's a lot less long periods of times without updates, but apparently there's still going to be big breaks in between, just hopefully less because of this. Since most Most assets should be relatively simple and lack excessive detail to fit the existing style of the game. I'd estimate that the majority of assets require a few hours of work or less, with projects containing typically of 10 to 30 different assets. So it's just kind of showing off what a lot of the different stuff in the game looks like. This is kind of what the art and game icons and items look like. So yeah, this was a few days ago. I didn't know about this until I saw another video on it, but I thought this was really useful, or I thought this was really interesting information, because ONETT has been working on this game all by himself for so long, and that's the one bad thing about Swarm, is that the updates take forever because ONETT's working on it all by himself. But that's also what makes the game really good, is like he has a vision for this game and what he wants it to be, and it's not really just thrown around in a bunch of different directions, and it's not really just like a sellout game. The game is really, it's constructed in a way, it's really different than like a lot of other Roblox games, and that's a big thing that I like about this game. It's actually really rewarding to get to the final items and stuff, and you cannot just do it in a day. You actually have to really work hard to get like gummy boots or the demon mask or something. Even if you have a ton of Robux, like you have to know how to play the game, and you have to actually put in the time playing it to get really good stuff. So I like the game a lot. I still want to play it a lot. I just wish there were more updates. It's hard to play the game like all the time and make videos on it when the only update in the past like 8 months or 9 months, or I don't know how long it's been, the only update was the Beesmas update, and that wasn't even really an update. It was kind of just a really long event where, I mean, you could do a few different cool things, but it wasn't an actual update that was going like to stay there. None of the stuff in Beesmas, like there was no new big items or anything is what I mean. I mean, there was the new bee quips for the bees, but like, I mean, this is kind of cool, I guess, but it doesn't actually change that much in the game, if we're being honest. I guess we could run around and take out the mobs that we need to take out while we're finishing this up. I want to try to get really high up on the leaderboard again for Swarm. I just don't know exactly how much I'm going to play it. I can do boost every once in a while if the game starts updating again. I really hope it gets some updates again soon now because of this information, but I can do boost every once in a while. I can AFK run this game, which you can still do, and make a decent amount of honey off of. Oh yeah, I gotta take out my king beetle. I haven't gotten a king beetle amulet in a long time. See if I can get one. Nope, still didn't get one. Oh yeah, in my last Swarm video, I wasn't even swinging my petal wand, and there's a few other things that I did wrong in my boost that people pointed out, but I definitely could have been making way more honey if I wasn't so rusty at the game. I forgot how to boost correctly. Also, there's a few things in my hive I still might change. I used to think that having a gifted diamond bee and a red hive was actually still pretty good because you get plus 100% convert rate, which is good, but I also kind of heard you don't need it for red. Give me your opinions down below. I thought that you kind of did still need diamond bee. It has a good gifted hive bonus. What else do I have? A lot of people tell me not to have cobalt either, but the blue pulse activates the red pulse. They kind of go with each other, and the blue bomb sinks activate the red bomb sinks. So I thought having the blue one and the red one was kind of good, but I mean, a lot of people have different opinions. Maybe the meta's changed a little. You're supposed to have quite a bit more spices than Rileys, but I'm pretty sure you're actually supposed to have quite a bit of Rileys now, and not so many Shibees. You're supposed to have a lot of spices and Rileys, and not Shies. It used to be a lot of spices and Shies. I'm pretty sure it's a lot of spices and Rileys now, because you just want the red boost, and you don't want the red bomb, or something. I'm pretty sure. I don't remember the exact reason why, but there's been a few things that have changed in the meta even since I've played. I'm pretty sure you get like more frequent red boost if you don't get the red bombs also from Shibee. That's why you're supposed to have Rileys. I'm pretty sure. I actually don't know exactly. I'm gonna have to ask around in the community because there's a few things that I actually have to catch up on the game too. I used to know a lot about how the game worked and the meta and everything, but a few things have changed apparently. Not complete expert anymore. But yeah, not really much else to talk about in this video. I'm gonna keep playing Swarm. I'm gonna keep playing Science Simulator. I'm gonna keep playing BGS. I'm gonna keep playing. A lot of people think that I quit Science Sim just because I haven't made a video on it in a few weeks, and because I'm dropping on the leaderboard. I haven't made a video on pretty much any game in the few weeks, but Science Simulator video is coming really soon. I just had a couple other videos to make as well, including this one. So yeah, not much else to say. I think I was gonna do an outro like 4 different times already, so hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit the like button. If you want to see more Swarm, comment down below, and subscribe if you have not already. Later everybody, peace out.